வணக்கம் அண்ட் வெல்கம் பேக் டு ஸ்பெஷல் மொமெண்ட்ஸ். இன்றைக்கி ஸ்பெஷல் மொமெண்ட்ஸில் பார்க்க போகிற வீடியோ ரொம்ப யூஸ்ஃபுல்லான ஒரு ஃபேமிலி ஹெல்த் ஒர்க் ஷாப். ரொம்ப கம்ப்ளீட் அவேர்னஸ் கொடுக்க போகிற ஒரு வீடியோவாக இது இருக்க போது. இங்கே எந்த மாதிரி விஷயங்கள் டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணாங்கன்னா, நம்ம லைஃப்பில் ஸ்ட்ரெஸ் எப்படி மேனேஜ் பண்ணுறது, நம்ம எப்படி வெயிட் லாஸ் பண்ணுறது, எப்படி பிரஸ்ட் கேன்சரை முன்னாடியே ஐடென்டிஃபை பண்ணுறது, திடீர்னு சட்டு மனுஷங்க இறந்து போகிறாங்க, எதுக்குன்னு காரணம் கேட்டால் கார்டியாக் அரெஸ்ட்னு சொல்கிறாங்க. அந்த கார்டியாக் அரெஸ்ட்டை நாம் எப்படி அவாய்ட் பண்ணலாம், முன்னாடியே எப்படி கண்டுபிடிக்கலாம், அதை எப்படி ப்ரிவென்ட் பண்ணலாம், அது யாருக்காவது வந்ததுன்னா நம்ம அதுக்கு எப்படி சிபிஆர் பண்ணி அவங்கள நம்ம கைகளாலே இது பண்ணி காப்பாற்ற முடியும் அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி ரொம்ப அருமையான தகவல்கள் கொடுத்தாங்க. அது மட்டும் இல்லை, அங்கே லேடிஸ்க்கு அழகான ஒரு ரிலாக்ஸிங் மினி மசாஜ் இருந்தது. அது ரொம்பவே எல்லாருக்கும் ப்ளசண்ட்டாக அப்படி ஃபீல் பண்ணுற மாதிரி, இன்னொரு உலகத்துக்கே நம்மளை கொண்டு போகிற மாதிரி 5 நிமிஷத்தில் சூப்பரான மேஜிக் காட்டினாங்க. அது மட்டும் இல்லை, குட்டீஸ்க்கு எப்படி சூப்பராக சாப்பாடு கொடுக்குறது, நம்ம விமனுக்கு நம்மளோட ஹைட் என்ன, நமக்கு வெயிட் என்ன, நம்மளோட பிபி என்ன, ப்ரெஷர் என்ன, நாம் எந்த அளவுக்கு ஹெல்த்தியாக இருக்கிறோம், நம்ம பல்ஸ் ரேட்டு அப்படின்னு சொல்லி உங்களுக்கு ஒரு கம்ப்ளீட்டான ஹெல்த் செக்கப்பை ப்ரொவைட் பண்ணாங்க. இவ்வளவு சூப்பராக இருந்த ஒரு ஈவெண்ட்டை நீங்களும் உள்ளே பாருங்கள்.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's a proud moment to be here in front of you. I would like to thank everyone here with me. They really went above and beyond to make this health workshop a reality. So let's give it a big hand to all of them here. Some of you here. So I'm really proud to introduce this new feature, ask a friend or talk to a friend. So you can just call this number here, or you can text this number. You don't have to reveal your identity. Okay, you can hours of the liver to do the detoxification process. So that way our body naturally becomes a fat burner. So intermittent, apart from weight loss, intermittent fasting has lots of benefits.
Your overall vitality, your immunity, your ability to withstand stress, and it's what allows us to be healthy.
You can help in this way because you can translate the knowledge, educate them that this small tumor, which may be not painful, but it is cancer and it can cause life. So that's how we can spread the word. Now I'm not going to go into details, but there are and now we can have the applause.
Incorporate into any lifestyle. It does not take much time, and you'll be able to feel the benefits very fast. In fact, I can say that there is a
So what's the pathophysiology behind it? So cardiac arrest. So there is decreased or defective electric malfunction of the heart. So this results in the heart to quiver. So when the heart starts quivering, there is no effective contractions. So the blood supply or the cardiac output diminishes. So when there is decrease in cardiac output, the brain does not get enough blood supply, and you have loss of consciousness. So the brain cells are very sensitive. So it cannot withstand hypoxia or loss of blood supply even for a few seconds. So in 15 seconds, you lose consciousness. And if you don't correct it, in 4 minutes, there is brain cell death. And in 7 minutes, it becomes irreversible. So in 1 to 2 hours, the rest of the cells of the body die as well. So that's why CPR becomes so important in the initial few seconds, because you can literally save the patient's life, and it is what which will determine the outcome of a cardiac arrest. Process of cardiac arrest. So this can be broadly divided as cardiac or extracardiac. When it is cardiac, it could be because of defective blood supply. So we all know heart is the major pumping organ. It pumps blood to all the organ systems in our body. But For the heart to effectively contract, it also requires good blood supply. As you can see from this picture, heart is supplied by 3 major arteries. If there is a blockage in any of these arteries that supply the heart, it puts the heart at stress, at risk, and this can cause defective contraction, again can result in cardiac arrest. Cardiac arrest, it could be chest pain, shortness of breath, nausea, fatigue, blackouts, dizziness, weakness. So this could be the other warning symptoms. So what's the most reliable sign? It's absence of palpable pulse. So what do I mean by that? Let's say you find someone unresponsive. You tap at them, you try to wake them up, you call them, they don't respond. The next thing that you do is check for their pulse. So where do you check? So normally, I see somebody holding on to the wrist, and that's where we generally tend to check the pulse, the radial pulse. But when it is a cardiac arrest condition, you check the carotid pulse. Because the radial pulse, you really cannot go with it. Let's say you have significant bleeding, you lost a lot of blood, this radial pulse is not going to be helpful. So you check for the carotid pulse. So how do you feel for the carotid? You locate the trachea, which is the windpipe, and then with a couple of fingers, you slide into the groove between the trachea and the side of the neck. What you feel is the carotid. So there are 2 carotid arteries. So one either side of the trachea or the windpipe. Try to palpate one at a time. So do not try to palpate 2 carotids at the same time, unless and otherwise you want to cut the blood supply to the brain. So try to palpate for anywhere between 5 to 10 seconds. Let's say if you are unable to feel the pulse in 10 seconds, just don't wait, begin CPR. Risk factors. Okay, males are more prone for cardiac arrest than females, just because of the hormonal advantage we have as females. Smoking. Smoking is one of the most modifiable risk factor that can help or prevent a cardiac arrest. I cannot stress more the importance of quitting smoking. Smoking increases the risk of sudden cardiac deaths, strokes by about 6. Let's say you smoke 20 cigarettes a day, the risk of you dying of a heart attack is 6-fold in females and 3-fold in males.
Step number 1, call 911. And she asked if you're okay, I'll shake them. Step number 2, hand goes in the middle of the chest, okay? Notice how she's pulling her fingers back. You pull your fingers back and have the palm on the chest. She has straight elbows or straight arms. She's compressing, so they'll tell you in the video, push hard and fast. If you want to be technical, you're gonna push down for 1.5 to 2 inches. Okay? I'm going to show you and demonstrate, and you have a chance to practice good chest compressions. So you check to see if somebody's unresponsive. If they're unresponsive, call 911. Position technique. Number 2, chest compressions. Okay? So here we go. I come up to my friend. Obviously, he's not in good shape. I think that we're okay.
Table. There's a table there. We can use that. Safe table.
Let me do it. I'll do it both ways. So I'm going to come up. I'm going to shake by the shoulders and say, are you okay? Are you okay? You okay? Not okay. Call 911. I'm going to have you do it. Will you do that for me? What? She's on her way. Okay. Here I go. I'm up. Now, how long do I do chest compressions? I didn't answer that question for you. How long do you do chest compressions?
Until it comes back.
Okay. Until the ambulance arrives. That's correct. Until help arrives, and that would be the medics. Okay, Dr. Maria's here. If she shows up and she's going to say, I'm a physician, I know what to do. I'm not stopping chest compressions until I poop out and then I will have her start chest compressions. She should know how to do them. Okay? But I'm going to only hand off to somebody that can do effective chest compressions.
But what if the person gets conscious?
Okay, you saved their life. Because again, we're making, that's a great question. The question was, what if the person I'm doing chest compressions on becomes conscious? Remember, we're making this very simple, because remember what Dr. Maria said? Within the first, how long does we start having problems with brain function? If they're lying there and the heart stops, it takes how long?
4 minutes.
Okay, 4 minutes. Well, if their blood's not circulating, I gotta have news for you. It's gonna be less than that. Okay. So there's already enough oxygen in blood. Your dollars are those people that contribute to the American Heart Association. This is the research that they're doing. What they found was, have any of you ever been certified in CPR or are certified in CPR, where you actually they did the airway, you open the airway, then you breathe them, then you do chest compressions. Well, what they found was, when there's a 10-second delay where there's no air getting to the body, that it already starts affecting brain health. So there's already enough oxygen, especially if you go down right here and somebody witnesses that. There's enough air, oxygen in the body. If you would just circulate it, you have a 5 to 6 minute window to get help to restart their heart, where they can not only survive, but survive with brain function intact. Yes, ma'am.
Once again, I thank you all for your attention. Have a good evening.
I'm not going to drop the mic.
So here we go. Let's go through it together. So you come up and somebody's unresponsive. What do? Shake them by the shoulder and ask if they're okay.
இந்த அழகான ஈவெண்ட்டை யார் ஆர்கனைஸ் பண்ணாங்கன்னா சக்தி கார்பரேஷன் அப்படின்னு சார்லட்டில் இருக்கிற அழகான தமிழ் விமன்ஸ்னால் அழகான இதயம் படைத்த தமிழ் விமன் டு விமனுக்கு ஹெல்ப் பண்ணுறதுக்காக சூப்பராக ஒரு மகளிர் மட்டும் அப்படிங்கிற குரூப்பை வச்சுருக்காங்க. அவங்க ஆர்கனைஸ் பண்ண சூப்பரான ஈவெண்ட் தான் இது. இந்த ஈவெண்ட்டோட ஃபுல் வீடியோவை நீங்கள் பார்க்கணுன்னா தமிழில் இருக்குது, டிஸ்கிரிப்ஷன் கொடுக்குறேன். ஃபேஸ்புக் பேஜ்லையும் நீங்கள் பார்க்கலாம். நன்றி.